and welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time here, then hi, my name is Lauren, and on my channel we mostly talk about anything luxury, but we also discuss lifestyle and beauty. So if you're interested in any of these topics, please consider subscribing to my channel, and we'll get started with the video. So in today's video, I'm presenting you an in-depth review and comparison of two of my favorite jewelry brands, Cartier and VCA. So if you would like to know which one I recommend, then please keep on watching. So first, let's take a look at pricing, which is obviously an important factor when considering a purchase. And here I do believe that Cartier is priced slightly higher than VCA. So for example, if we take a look at two of their iconic bracelets, on one side, we have the Cartier Love Bracelet, which currently retails for $6,900 plus tax. And then on the other side, we have the VCA 5-motif Vintage Alhambra Bracelet, which retails for $4,000 plus tax. So what explains this difference in price? Well, for Cartier, on the one side, we have the weight of gold. Again, if we compare the iconic bracelets, the Love Bracelet is a lot heavier than the VCA 5-motif Vintage Alhambra Bracelet. There's a big difference here. It's at least like 3 or 4 times heavier. So the weight of gold obviously drives the price up. But another thing I will say is the addition and inclusion of diamonds. A lot of different models from Cartier have the addition of diamonds, which is obviously nice. I have that over here on my Love Bracelet. So there are 4 diamonds that are included in the bracelet. And like I've mentioned before, the cost for the regular bracelet without the diamond is $6,900. But then if we do add the diamonds, we're around like $12K, which is basically from like simple to double with the addition of the diamonds. So there's a big factor there. I would say in conclusion, in general, I do think that VCA is a better quality, is cheaper, is a better value for your money. And I think that the cost per wear is lower as well. So if pricing is the only thing that you're considering, I would definitely recommend VCA. So the next factor that we'll be considering is wearability. And I think that both have models that are great for occasions and then for daily wear as well. I think that VCA has, you know, the holiday line. They have their holiday pendants, which are super beautiful, very distinguished, perfect for occasions. And then they have their everyday Vintage Alhambra regular line, which is great for daily casual wear. And then for Cartier, they obviously have many Love bracelets available. They have, you know, the basic one, the one with 4 diamonds. And that would be best suited for, I would say, everyday, but they also have very expensive Love bracelets that are like full of diamonds that cost like $50K. They also have a line that's called Panther, which I really love. That one is very expensive, but that's not what I really like about it. I think that my thing with that one is it's just so like over the top, so extra that it basically screams occasions. So both have these different types of models, but I think that in terms of like general overview of the brands, I would say that Cartier has a little bit of a better wearability in the sense that it is a little bit more sturdy. Just overall, if we look at the brand overall, an overview of the models that are available kind of tell me that they're a little bit less easy to damage and a little bit sturdier than VCA. For example, I love to sleep with my Cartier jewelry. So obviously not only the Love Bracelet, but you know, the ring stack that I have over here, which is composed of the Justin Clou ring and then the Love Band as well. This is something that I sleep with. But I'm not sure that I would be very comfortable wearing my VCA jewelry to sleep. I don't think that it would be sturdy enough. I feel like it would get damaged as, you know, I would move during the night. So that's also something to consider if you are weighing pros and cons with Cartier and VCA. So in terms of wearability, I also do believe that VCA jewelry is a lot more delicate, more feminine, cutesy, very girly, flowery, and a lot less like boom in your face than Cartier. I feel like with Cartier pieces, It's like you have the logo all over your hands. It basically screams Cartier. It's like a walking advertisement for them. But VCA is a lot more delicate. However, it may not be as suitable if you have children because it is less sturdy than Cartier, as we've already talked about. This may be something of concern if you have little ones and you don't want them, pulling on your bracelet, on your necklace as you're carrying them, as you're playing with them. This might be something to consider if you're looking for an everyday piece. Then I would actually recommend Cartier. I think that another thing to note is the sizing. So for most VCA jewelry, aside from obviously, a couple of earrings and stuff like that, the sizing is adjustable, meaning that links can be removed to fit exactly your sizing. So for example, on my 5 motif vintage Alhambra bracelet, I have removed 8 links in total, which is a lot. And that makes it that this bracelet fits me perfectly. It's exactly my size. I have a tiny wrist, which is super weird, but it fits me perfectly. And unfortunately, Cartier comes in pre-established sizes. So I believe that for the Love bracelet, they start around 14, which is actually my size since I have a tiny wrist. And here, luckily, it was available. But for the Juste un Clou bracelet, which I also have, that one actually doesn't come in size 14. It only comes in size 15 and up. And that, to be very honest, is a little bit big for me. I still went ahead and bought it because I absolutely love the bracelet, but I do have to say that it would be best suited for somebody who has a larger wrist, or if they had it in size 14, I would have gotten it, but they didn't. So the fact that it comes in pre-established sizes may not fit all people. That would be something to consider as well. You definitely need to try it on in store. I think that the VCA one, you could more easily buy it online because you'll know that you'll be able to remove links anyhow. But for Cartier, obviously, like, I didn't know if I was going to be, size 14 or 15. So I think that in terms of wearability, if we look at the general overview again of both brands, I think that they have terrific choices. But if you're looking for something convenient for every day, I think that Cartier is an amazing choice. VCA maybe more so for occasions where, it doesn't matter if the piece is as sturdy. And then if you're looking at sizing, again, I think that VCA has the best sizing possible. So here for the wearability, you have to decide if the sturdiness or the sizing is your major concern. Now moving on to the wear and tear, which again is a super important factor to consider when buying jewelry. And we'll start with Cartier. The first thing that I want to talk to you about is my ring stack. By the way, if you haven't seen the unboxing of that one, then I will go ahead and leave the link to the video in the little information link over here for you to see it. So my ring stack is composed of the Cartier Juste un Clou ring and then the Cartier small love band with 1 diamond. And here, honestly, I would say that the wear and tear is pretty good. I don't think that there has been any major scratches, and I don't think that there will ever be. Obviously, it is rings. It's not something that you're constantly scratching. And I think that for that reason, the wear and tear is still pretty good. The rings are in pretty good shape, given how much I wear them. I wear them daily. I rarely remove them. I think that, maybe once in a while I'll remove them, but usually I sleep with them, I shower with them, I go to the pool with them, so I always have them on. Next up, we have the Cartier Juste un Clou bracelet. And here again, I think that the Juste un Clou model is actually really great from Cartier because of the wear and tear. Because the bracelet is so thin, because it's so like, it's not like touching very much surface. For that reason, I think that it's not very prone to scratches. And I think that as soon as you get a piece with diamonds, which is the case for my Juste un Clou bracelet, the diamonds remain super beautiful, super duper shiny. Obviously, they're amazing quality, so that's why. The next piece that I have is a little iffy, I'm not gonna lie, from Cartier, and we're obviously talking about the Love bracelet. It's the iconic bracelet. It is the best for every day. But here, because the bracelet is slightly thicker, because it covers much more surface than the other pieces, it is very prone to scratches. Even though I am very, very careful, I think that I've almost adapted my movements a little bit to, you know, match that bracelet to make sure that it doesn't get too scratched. So for example, you know, when I'm at the computer, when I'm writing an email or anything, I'll always have something over here to protect my wrist. So something like a book, like as simple as a sheet of paper. But you know, I have a glass table at home, and for that reason, it's not the best combination with Cartier jewelry. I actually filmed an entire video reviewing the Cartier Love bracelet and talking a lot about the wear and tear. So if you are interested in seeing that video, then I will go ahead and leave it in the little information link over here for you to see it. And now moving on to VCA for the wear and tear. This is completely different, at least in my opinion. So like I have mentioned before, the bracelet at least and the necklace as well, I think that they are a little bit less sturdy. But once you adapt your lifestyle to them, once you know, maybe not to sleep with them, maybe not to have them around children, I will say that I have been very, very much surprised and happily surprised with the wear and tear on my VCA jewelry. For example, I have a pair of the vintage Alhambra earrings. Oh my god, I've had them for like 5 years and they are in amazing condition. I mean, if I wanted to sell them today, I could honestly list them as brand new and nobody would know. It is that good. So that's something that's really, really nice because, it means that they will last you a long time. It means that obviously if you want to resell your jewelry for one reason or the other, you will be able to resell it for a really good price because, the item can be listed as unworn or like worn once or something like that. And then, if you want to pass it on to your children, then that's also something that's really good to have. So for the earrings, I'm very, very, very satisfied. And I think that it is also the case for the necklace and the bracelet. Again, I don't really see any signs of wear and tear, not any on the necklace, and on the bracelet, like you barely see any mini scratches. So I have the one in yellow gold and onyx, and I think that onyx is really good because it's black, it's not as prone to scratching. And because again, with the addition, or rather the removal on my side of the links, the bracelet is just not covering as much surface as the Love bracelet. I think for that reason, it's a lot less prone to any kind of, major flaws that could happen from your lifestyle, such as obviously scratches, but also, perhaps pulling or anything like that. So yeah, I think that all in all, VCA has the best wear and tear. I think that if you're looking for something that will last you a long time, and if wearability and pricing aren't your major concerns, if the length of time of your item is your thing, then VCA is definitely the way to go. So in conclusion, I would say that both brands have amazing pieces. They have beautiful lines and they're both excellent choices in terms of jewelry. But if you're really struggling to find a way to differentiate both, I would say that if you're mostly concerned about pricing, I would go with VCA. It has a lower cost per wear and an overall better value for your money. If wearability is your major concern, then I would probably go with Cartier. It is more classic, it is a little bit easier to wear, and then a little bit more sturdy as well. And then finally, if the wear and tear is your concern, then VCA is definitely the way to go because you will still be able to tell people that your items have been unworn or brand new or whatever you want to call them, even though you've had them for 5 years, and that's just an amazing thing to have. I think that overall we have to remember that obviously it is a personal choice, it's a personal matter, so there's no like right or wrong answer. That's what I love about brands. And obviously there are other, designer brands, jewelry brands that I didn't include in this video. By the way, do let me know in the comments down below if you'd like me to talk about other brands that I may be a little bit less familiar with. I wanted to include VCA and Cartier because those are my true favorites. Those are the ones that I have the most pieces from. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that it was informational in case you were debating between an item from either one of the two brands. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.